Like Zoink Scoob, don't tell me that we're gonna head for the Himalayas to find our abominable snowman again.
Righto, it's freaky, and talk about deja vu.
Season's greetings, everybody. I'm back with another one of these holiday movie reviews. And well, if you couldn't tell by the title and thumbnail of this video, today I'll be doing a second look, aka revisit edition of Chill Out Scooby-Doo. And look, I know that you're already getting tired of me doing these type of movie reviews in my living room. Since, I know it is quite an unusual place for me to do movie reviews and whatnot. And look, there's a nostalgia critic on TV. I'm getting sidetracked. So I'll be doing a revisit edition review of Chill Out Scooby-Doo. So if you saw my original review a year ago, you pretty much know what to expect, but I have a feeling you guys need a little recap about this movie. So here's the description. It's no joke. The Mystery Inc. crew really gets frozen with fright. The gang's Paris vacation is derailed when Shaggy and Scooby miss their connection and accidentally end up on a skydiving expedition halfway around the world. What was supposed to be the excitement in the City of Light turns to horror in the Himalayas when the terrified twosome comes face to a frightening face with a legendary abominable snow monster. When all are finally reunited, they can't seem to shake the beast as it separates its icy terror. Hightailing through ancient monstrosities, navigating underground caverns, and outracing an avalanche, our heroes race to crack this Mount Everest of mysteries before the creature can put them on ice forever. So after giving it its second look, aka revisit edition treatment, Chill Out Scooby-Doo was still a fun movie for everyone to enjoy. Still has decent animation for 2007 standards. Does have an interesting story with a beginning, middle, and end. And as usual with these type of Scooby-Doo related videos, Scooby-Doo is still popular in the Hanna-Barbera / animation community compared to other Hanna-Barbera shows like Yogi Bear, Huckleberry Hound, The Flintstones, Tom and Jerry, The Jetsons, Top Cat, Walligator, Space Ghost, Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles, Jabberjaw, Wacky Races, and more. So I might end up repeating myself a little bit in this second look, aka revisit edition review, since I did cover this movie last year. Despite the fact that this is not a Christmas movie, we can still have a good time with this movie. The idea of having the gang solve a mystery in the Himalayas mountain is quite unique and kind of rare when you think about it. And I gotta admit, seeing Scooby and the gang face the abominable snowman is is really something. Cause I think the abominable snowman must be one of the most terrifying villains ever. Okay, maybe it's not that creepy compared to other Scooby-Doo villains like the Creeper, Phantom Virus, 10,000-Volt Ghost, any of the 13 Ghosts, or whatever. It still has a very menacing design to it. I mean, he almost looks like... can you think of Bigfoot, but living somewhere in the Himalaya mountains? There are some wacky shenanigans along the way in the movie. Like this tour guide like this French hunter posing as a tour guide forced Shaggy to try to hunt down the beast by setting a trap, and Shaggy and Scooby caught on being the bait. Even Shaggy and Scooby knew that the hunter wasn't really a tour guide after all. And speaking of villains, the professor is quite menacing too. I mean, he was only taking a legendary abominable snowman, snow monster legend, so he could find some crystals. While Pemba's sister Minga only came up with her own idea of this snow monster for Del Chillman to stay so she could listen to his radio program. Oh yeah, and speaking of which, Del Chillman does make a grand return in this movie, because he did previously appear in the previous Scooby-Doo film, the Loch Ness Monster Mystery. Hey, yeah, it's not a surprise for most characters from the What's New Scooby-Doo era to make returns. Gibby Norton is a prime example, who appeared in three episodes of the show, as well as Mr. B and his pups as well. And yeah, I know I already mentioned this before in my original review last year, but I guess it doesn't hurt to bring it up again. It's kind of a shame that Del Chillman doesn't make any more appearances in the Scooby-Doo franchise, because he seems like a pretty cool dude to hang out with, either as a friend or a relative. And I'm surprised he didn't become a permanent member of the gang, or continue to be a recurring character, compared to other Scooby-Doo characters like Vincent Van Gogh, Flim Flam, the Hex Girls, Scooby-Dum, and Scrappy-Doo, for example. Oh well, I guess you can't win them all, you know. Okay, and I know, I'm not sure if I already mentioned this, but just in case I didn't, doesn't hurt to bring it up. So I guess Del Chillman went from being a sucker for finding proof on the Loch Ness Monster to finding proof of the abominable snowman. And I think I said this before in my original review a year ago, that it was quite funny seeing Shaggy and Scooby getting on the wrong plane which means they were heading straight for the Himalayas instead of Paris, France. And yeah, I guess it's no surprise that this is one of those Shaggy and Scooby-Doo solo adventures. I mean, unless you count most of the Scooby and Scrappy-Doo era, Chill Out Scooby-Doo, and the movie Scoo, for example. And okay, I guess I could technically count Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed as one of them. Even though you guys might disagree with me on that in the comments below. Like I meant, the music score for this movie is quite awesome. I think they had some kind of rock and roll Himalayas type band to do the music score for this movie. I'm guessing this is something I didn't mention in my original review. Or did I mention it, or that I just plain forgot? I don't know. You guys might have to let me know down in the comments below if I already brought this up in my original review or not. Because I would hate to be a complete idiot for not mentioning it. I honestly think the voice cast still did a good job. Mainly Frank Welker as Fred Jones and Scooby-Doo, Greg Griffin as Daphne, Mindy Cohen as Velma, Jeff Bennett as Del Chillman, and the late Casey Kasem as Shaggy Rogers. Man, he will be missed. And I also said this before in my original review, but this movie is actually dedicated to the late Iwa Takamoto, who was involved with the franchise for a long time, as well as working on other Hanna-Barbera shows, like Hong Kong Phooey, The Perils of Penelope Pitstop, Wacky Races, as well as designing Astro for the Jetsons. I think I didn't. Yeah, this was something I already mentioned in my original review. And it was pretty nice that the filmmakers decided to dedicate this movie to Iwa Takamoto, who was involved in the franchise for a long time. And this wasn't the first time someone in the Scooby-Doo franchise was dedicated in a movie. I mean, we all know that Don Messick, the original voice of Scooby-Doo, as well as the second voice of Scrappy-Doo, was dedicated in the first direct-to-video film,
Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
which was actually pretty nice. And it's kind of a shame that Casey Kasem wasn't dedicated in any Scooby-Doo project. Kind of felt like a missed opportunity, in my opinion. Oh, well. I mean, sometimes you can't win them all, And I think I also pointed this out in my original review, but there is a bit of a short-running gag where Fred Willington mispronounced the abominable snowman's name. I can understand why, since I'm guessing to most people, the abominable snowman is kind of a tongue twister, and it would be a little bit tricky to pronounce. Okay, maybe it wasn't that tricky to pronounce this beast's name, but I'm just saying. But anyways, I honestly had a good time watching Chill Out Scooby-Doo for the second time in a row, especially during the holiday season. And I'm so glad that you guys got a chance to check out my Revisited Edition review of Chill Out Scooby-Doo. And again, I know it's still unusual to do some of my recent reviews in my living room, but hey, it doesn't hurt to film some videos in a new environment, if you know what I mean. So I'll give this movie 5 abominable snowmans out of 5. And well, the title of this movie isn't wrong about how we should all just chill out. Just saying. So, do you guys have any fond memories of this movie? If so, just let me know down in the comments below. And I'm so glad you guys got a chance to check out this Revisited Edition review. I feel like I always have fun doing these type of Revisited Edition reviews all the time.